Hey guys, my name is Savannah and welcome to the very last species showcase we're going to be doing today. Again, apologies, this one is late. I've been under the weather. If you're not new to the channel, you know what's going on. We're going to take a look at the Moros Intrepidus today. So I have some of them ready to release as well as some things to release upon them to see what happens. So let's go ahead and kick things off before we get into animations and all that kind of stuff with the release hatchery animation. So these ones are going to be kind of the default color, and then we'll do a variety of colors. So let's check this one out. That's adorable. I love the way that the door opens and they're not paying attention. He kind of spins around and is like, oh, look, I can leave. And then they have to hop over that little bar. I talked about that with the Lystrosaurus as well as the Oviraptor because they're so small. It makes them so incredibly cute that they have to jump over that thing. Maybe it's just me, but I think it's absolutely adorable. These guys look great. The little tufts on the back of the head, as well as kind of the feathering all over, looks awesome. These tiny little arms. They are much smaller than I thought they were going to be, and that's probably just me not really being familiar with the species that we're getting, but they're great. I love them. So let's go ahead and take a look at the mixed colorations as well. Let me go ahead and release these guys and see if we get a different release animation. Not a different animation, but still the same adorable one. And look at the colors that we have. Let's see. We have that one as well as this one over here. Let me actually bring up the menu so we can see what colors that we're looking at. Amazon rainforest. I like the bit of color on the face on this one that's different. It contrasts with the body really well. This one right here is a cool coloration. Has some little splotchiness on the face. That's Chocorana and Limpopo River. This one, yeah, some more coloration. So actually, I really like these guys. They're not quite as bright as I thought they were going to be, but I'm not mad about it. They really do look good walking around. I love that we got 3 tiny dinosaurs in this pack. I think it's absolutely fantastic. So that's what I'm honestly most excited for about all of these guys, is that they're just little guys. It's like the little dinosaur pack. So it's awesome. Before we get into some animations, let's take a look at these guys if I can find them. They're all the way, I always pass them, and I also have a filter on. So let's do that so we can actually find them and take a look at their stats in the hatchery. So appeal is 25, much lower, I think, than the Lystrosaurus. What is it compared to compies? I always forget. I think compies are like 12 or something. 21. I was close. They're 21. So these guys are just a little bit higher than that, but still relatively similar to what the compies are. They have a 25% chance of being short-lived. There's some more stats there that you can see. And then if we go to their needs, they are meat eaters. They want sand, water, open space, all that fun stuff right there. They like everything, but then they also dislike the Indominus Rex, the Indoraptor, and the Scorpius Rex. So I feel like this should not say everything, although that's probably the easiest thing because they clearly don't like everything. They dislike these 3, but most likely because they'll be eaten. So we'll actually have to check that out. Let me just go ahead and begin that task right there. That way I have one ready to go and we can test out the Indoraptor. But before we do that, let's jump in and look at what some of their animations are. Starting off with some drinking, of course, because we have to cover all animations. These guys, I won't show it in a different map, but just like the Oviraptors that I showed, they also cannot cross larger bodies of water, so you could totally make an island for these guys as well. They really only walk into the shallow end, so that's pretty cool. They, of course, take little naps. They nap like most 2-legged little dinosaurs in the game. But then this one is so perfect. Their social animation Frontier has really been stepping up their game. I absolutely love this. We'll watch it again and then we'll watch it one more time in slow motion, but they kind of chase each other and then kind of run around and do a little snoot boop. Look at that. They just boop their little noses together. I think it's perfect. It's so cute. I love it. So we'll watch it here in slow motion. You can see the one guy kind of notices the other one running up behind him, kind of runs away, then circles back and turns and gives him a little boop on the nose, boop. And then they kind of walk away. It's such a playful, fun little animation, and I absolutely love it. Now, these guys being meat eaters, of course, they do go up there and eat off the meat tray. This is a single animation. I watched for a while and I really didn't see them interact with each other. I was really surprised considering the Oviraptor interacted with one another, but these guys don't seem to, so maybe I just missed it. Maybe it was super subtle, but yeah, these guys didn't really seem to care about each other when they are eating. But I love that they go up there, they take a little piece, they jump off with it, and they eat it back down on the ground. I think it's great. And then moving on to the next big animation addition is group hunts. So the compies should do this as well. But these guys group hunt goats. And so what you're watching here is a pack hunt of a goat. And I think it's great. They kind of jump on its back, just like the pack hunting with the bigger animals. Goat kind of hops and bucks around. These guys just keep jumping on, getting kicked off until they eventually bring it down. And I think it's a wonderful addition to the game. So you can feed these guys either with the goat feeder or the meat tray, whichever one you prefer. But I think this is an awesome animation. I was really hoping that because the Moros group attacks a goat, that we would get that same kind of animation with the homocephaly, but unfortunately it looks like that is a no. I've been here quite a while, and these guys are choosing to starve and die rather than attack and eat this guy. So unfortunately, that is a no, which means I am very sure that it's probably a no for any larger herbivore, but I'm going to try the Dryo just in case. So unfortunately, it looks like no group attack on the Dryo. So you can see here, they're very quickly starving to death instead of eating him. So I am going to call that one a no, which is kind of sad. I was hoping they would take down this bigger guy. So the only interaction that I could possibly get with a predator in these guys was the raptor type animals. So there you go. You see that? The raptor, the Atrociraptor kind of sneaks up on it, runs up on it rather, grabs it, shakes it back and forth, and then quickly just eats him whole all the way down. It just very quick, simple animation. I don't know if it's new or not, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. And unfortunately, it looks like the Indo won't even hunt them. He's choosing to starve to death rather than eat these guys, which I'm very surprised about. I mean, the larger carnivores didn't hunt the Oviraptor either, so I'm a little disappointed in that both the Moros and the Lystrosaurus, they didn't hunt as well. So all these tiny guys don't actually get eaten by these big carnivores, and I think that's rather surprising. I would have guessed that they would have picked these guys off no problem, but apparently not. So here we are in the species viewer with little Moros Intrepidus. The skin color for the movie is what you see in front of you. Let's go ahead and see what else we got. We got some pretty bright colors, which I'm actually a little bit of a fan of. And you know what I just noticed is we have a little bit of this like naked tail thing going on. I didn't notice that with the other colorations. That's pretty cool. The feathering kind of ends right there. But something that one of my followers pointed out to me is that with these bright colors, you can really kind of pretend to introduce some sexual dimorphism into these guys, into your population in your park. So being like, this might be a male and this one might be a female, you know, the more brightly colored guys being the males to kind of show off for the women, and then the females being more monotoned, you know, not as many patterns, things like that. So I thought that was a pretty cool idea. It's a nice little touch to kind of be able to include a bit of sexual dimorphism with them. We have some different colorations for the color patterns. not much changes. Ooh, that one kind of disappears. That one almost looks like a solid color with the mangrove forest and this paleophylax color. Pretty cool. I like the yellow one. What does the yellow look with? Oh, it turns darker. Okay, yellow with the orange. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So yeah, there you go. There is all, I'll kind of go through these just a little bit slower. I know I'm kind of whipping through them. This is the last video and it is a little late, so I'm trying to get it out here for you guys so that you can take a look. That's interesting. This one takes away the pattern really on the back, but leaves that green on the face. So this, I think, this coloration, the paleophylax would be really cool for like the female version is what we were talking about, being really kind of monotoned and solid like this one, or even, I mean, that one's bright, but it's still solid like this one, or this one could be a pretty good representation of a female Moros Intrepidus. So there you go. There is all about this little guy and all his colorations. So that's it, all about our little Moros Intrepidus friend. Thank you guys so much for watching, and apologies again that this video is a little bit late. It's probably not going to do as well because of that, so if you did make it this far, I would really appreciate leaving a like down below and hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future content. You can follow me on all my different social media platforms. All those fun links are down in the description below. And until next time, I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!